Welcome back everybody, Max here. Now, about a month ago, I did a video detailing my predictions for the upcoming release of Unknown Battlegrounds to console. I also said that I would try and keep everyone up to date on what I found out and any news that came down the pipe. Now, I did do a follow-up video of sorts in which I detailed how to install Xbox's Early Access Hub and how very briefly that system worked. If you haven't seen that video or would like to know how to install the hub, then hit the link in the description. I didn't go into huge detail as I'm not a user of the hub prior to this release announcement being made, so if you have more information on its operation than me, please share it in the comments below. I would love to know, as I'm sure all the drooling masses out there would. Now, the video in the background is obviously not Battlegrounds, and that quite simply is because I don't have any footage because I'm a console player and I'm not going to show endless loops of the intro trailer. Instead, you get to watch Battlefield 1 sniping gameplay from Sinai Desert. This was, after 500 hours playing this game, my first time out with the 1895 sniper, and I have no idea why I didn't try this before, as it's a complete beast. But it is what it is, and so I hope you enjoy watching my attempts at playing with this gun. I did rack up 16 headshots in this game, which, although not stunning, is a record for me, and so I was happy with that. So back to the purpose of this video. What's new? What have we learned? And more importantly, when can we get our grubby little mitts on this game? When Microsoft announced that Unknown Battlegrounds was to be released exclusively on Xbox, it caused quite the stir, but also caused a lot of confusion, with people guessing at what this could mean. Was the game only to be released on Xbox? Would PlayStation users ever get to see it? Would we need to buy and upgrade to Microsoft's new Xbox X, which, by the way, I still think is the dumbest name on earth? These questions have dominated social media, and although I've wanted to do a video sooner, I thought I'd wait and see what else we could be found out rather than just reporting the unknown news and speculation that is still rife. So let's start with what we do know. Unknown Battlegrounds will be released across the Xbox family, meaning that whether you own an Xbox One, Xbox One S, or indeed its new flagship console, the Xbox One X, everyone will have the opportunity to play the game. Now, that being said, if you want to play it before it's finished, then you will need the Insider Hub, but once you have it, you will be able to play it across all platforms. Its launch will be more than likely after the new Xbox One drops on November 7th, but as with most of the big title releases, no confirmed date has actually yet to be announced. This game, although relatively simple to export to console via the Unreal Engine 4, does have some obstacles in its way that may push the date out. The biggest being the button mapping. The control keys for PC are not particularly numerous for PC players, but trying to squeeze all of those functions onto a controller presents a different challenge, and it's something I'm sure the devs will be wrestling with. However, with the funding and support of Microsoft behind the dev team, I'm sure this will be not a problem, more like an obstacle. And that's the point of releasing it on the Insider Hub. All these functional kinks will need to be ironed out, not to mention what the service system will look like. As we've seen in the past with bigger titles, the game can be mustered, but without proper service support and application, it can break the game and its longevity in a heartbeat. So, enough about Xbox talk, let's talk PlayStation 4. Will it ever come to the platform? Well, the Express newspaper in England published an article all about this topic and stated right at the beginning that Unknown Battlegrounds was going to be solely released on Xbox and would never come to PlayStation. So if you stop reading at the first paragraph, then you will have walked away either being really pissed off or thinking about buying an Xbox just so you could play the game. Buying an entire console just for one game, in my opinion, is nuts. But if you have the money and desire, then I'm sure, there's going to be a ton of people out there doing just that. However, those of you who continue to read the article, as I did, will have seen the comment at the bottom by one of the Microsoft senior marketing gurus, and she says exclusive release to Xbox. Now, exclusive release means just that. It will be exclusively released on Xbox, not Xbox and PS4 at the same time. No information about timed exclusivity has been released. This has been interpreted by the players and the gaming community to mean just that, but is more than likely going to be timed of sorts, and the timing will heavily depend on just how much money Microsoft has invested and over what duration that support lasts. Back in May, creator Brendan Green stated that they were looking at both consoles, but when a release could be expected, no timeline was decided upon. With the announcement by Microsoft that it would be coming to Xbox exclusively I would suggest that a behind-the-scenes bidding war of sorts was going on, and Microsoft won the day because of its ability to provide an early access program. PlayStation does not support a program like this, so immediately they're out of the running. This does not mean Unknown Battlegrounds will not be coming to PlayStation, but I do think PlayStation users will not be seeing this title until late 2018. Microsoft will have at least a 6-month hold on exclusivity, and that won't commence until the full release of the game, so that's where the time frame comes from. The development team at Bluehole will want to cash in on its huge and unexpected success, and so I think it's highly unlikely that they will cut out PlayStation and its enormous player base. Sadly though, with Microsoft pipping them to the post with their insider program, I fear PlayStation users will have to wait until the end of next year before they will get to see the full title. So, to answer the big question, is it going to come to PlayStation? Well, the honest answer, of course, is yes, it is going to come to PlayStation. But sadly, for anybody that is running on a PlayStation, I really don't think you are going to see this till right at the very end of 2018. And my fear is, especially for them, the developers, by them as what I mean by that is Bluehole, they are going to miss the revenue on PlayStation, quite frankly. I don't think that the player base is going to stick around that long and gain that much excitement to be still interested in this game come November or October of next year, when tons of footage will have been uploaded on YouTube and maybe the hype and all the rest of it would have died away. There's plenty of more titles coming next year. Rumour has it we're going to get another Battlefield, and so there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff releasing around that time, and I really feel that Bluehole potentially might have dropped the ball on this one, although you can't solely hold those guys responsible, so to speak, because I'm sure Microsoft came along with their very, very deep pockets, made them an offer that they probably more than likely couldn't refuse, and took it on board. Now that doesn't help PlayStation users in any way, shape or form, and for you guys, I really feel for you, and I'm sure there are members of the PlayStation community that will race out there and buy, get their hands on a cheap Xbox. And bear in mind that when Xbox One X releases, it's going to drive Xbox One straight into the toilet in terms of cost. So I guess one saving grace, looking at it that way, if you don't want to play it on PC, you could always go and play it on Xbox, which you could probably pick up from GameStop for about $40. So there is that avenue. It's just frustrating that it's not going to be released across both consoles, but there you have it. The developers, not the developers, more to do with the sponsorship from the likes of Microsoft and Sony. Microsoft have dropped the ball, and Sony have dropped the ball, I should say, and Microsoft have got in there quick, and the rest is history, as they say. So there we are, guys. That's the video. That's what I wanted to say. It is coming to PlayStation. I can almost 100% guarantee it. You're just not going to see it for a very long time. And so, sadly for you guys, you are going to dip out. So, there it is. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Hope you appreciate the gameplay. Hope you like the gameplay. No, not so much appreciate it, but I hope you like the gameplay. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right. Ta-da.